very convenient. Driver's floor is rotten through completely. As you can see, I could probably just start peeling it away. Nothing there whatsoever, so that's rotten right up to the above the cross member and beyond it. That's a new floor panel to the right. The seal that would be welded to appears to be solid. Underneath driver's seat, lift that up. Same issue by the looks of it. Certainly got a large amount of surface rust. Actually quite solid. Might be advisable to replace that side, but it could. Oh no, look, there's a hole there, so it's gone at the back. So yeah, that's a definite. Replace that floor panel as well. These are glued down, I believe. Let's have a look. It's solid enough under there. It's just surface. Right. So under the seat on the rear cross member, looking a bit more solid. Won't know until you get under the car to see what's underneath the floor there, but on the face of it, that seems solid enough. So it looks like all the floors are rotten. And then obviously brake master cylinder is seized up. There's the brake master cylinder there, that's going to need to be replaced. Apparently the car runs. Floor footwell by the pedals. This again is surface. It should be salvageable. This is definitely the worst of the two seals. This outer seal's, I think, gonna just have to be completely removed. Cover seal and replaced. Could be underneath there. There's holes in this seal all the way along, and various crusty bits coming off. We'll have a look in a second. Right the way through the whole length to the rear, up to here, up to this point here, and then it's solid under there from there on in. Drain holes. So that outer seal and under seal needs to be sorted out urgently. That's the worst side of the car. Let's see if we can see underneath. Very briefly. See that? Don't know what the cross members are like yet. They feel quite crusty. Certainly won't know until I've got under. Have a proper look. Headlining useless, needs to be thrown away. Interior useless. Maybe retrim that one, maybe retrim the rears. Door cards can be salvaged probably. Driver's seat's absolutely fucked. All the interior panel work is useless. Damp has taken its toll on those. Controls, this one here is wobbling around, no doubt that's going to require a repair. That's the heater matrix there, such as it is. It's solid enough under there. car is engaging gear anyway, so there's maybe some hope for the gearbox. But won't know until it's we've got it running, whether it actually moves. It's got some aftermarket indicator thing. It's been lobbed in there. Don't really honestly know what that's all about. Looks like a period aftermarket piece, but no doubt to replace the semaphore indicators, I would imagine, by the looks of that. So I can get that's the squirters. Needs to be popped back up wherever it's dropped down from. Obviously it needs all the rubber replacing and all the doors. Door lock is inoperable. Door does shut. Semaphore's there with the bulb, but the mechanism itself's in the rear somewhere, I saw. Window rubbers are all perished. All will need to come out and be replaced over a period of time. Probably be serviceable for now. Needs 4 new tyres, obviously. Probably all the brakes will need doing, I would have guessed the clutch as well. Imagine that's stuck on. Radiator's got no water in, I don't think, from what I saw. Nope. So it's safe to assume that that's... feels like there's a bit of water in there, not a lot, but probably safe to assume that's deteriorated. We won't know again till we've got it up and running whether it leaks, but obviously it needs a complete flush through. Engine, obviously it's going to need oil in it before we even attempt to fire it over, although the lady did say it does work. So I fired it over the other day. Recent-ish ignition coil, spark plugs, HT leads, distributor cap by the looks of it. Not much else in there really. Fuse board. Bulkhead all looks solid. So summary then is vehicle could probably be salvaged. It's going to be an extensive amount of welding underneath. That's the real issue that I'm not sure on yet. Definitely needs a rear near side wing, but the rear offside wing could probably be salvaged. Needs rear outer seal cover, right hand and left hand seal covers. Requires complete new floor panels, front and rear. Potentially in the boot it's going to need a boot patch replacement. So this area here, which is actually solid but has got significant surface rust, and there's patch on that side, so probably a similar one that side. Leading edge of the boot is rusted through but completely salvageable. Wheels obviously need a refurb, but hubcaps all present. Appears that all the chrome and bright work is actually still there, albeit in various states. Until we're under the vehicle we won't know more, but it looks like significant subframe welding. I suspect outriggers required. Won't know for sure. Did see it on the transport. It didn't look horrendous, but you never know till you start cutting things away. Once that floor's out, we'll see. The inner wings are solid enough. That can all be all be recovered. I think the vehicle's going to be a candidate for a practical restoration as opposed to a complete refurb. I think the vehicle's probably gone too far one way to ever be brought back really to a standard that's going to be a competition winner or anything like that, but would probably come back up to a reasonable standard for somebody to use as an everyday practical classic once the rust has been attended to in the floor there. And that really is, this really is the worst part of it, I think, is the driver's side. Passenger side, as you can see, is also significantly rusty, but is not rusted through completely. It could potentially be patched on that side depending on what we're dealing with underneath. There, could well, and that's the top of the cross member there, which I believe probably is going to be in a bit of a bad way. Won't know until we've got underneath. But actually, once you get over the initial shock of all of that rust and probably the mice that no doubt live in here at the minute, once you get over the initial shock of that and the cover seals and outer seals, it's actually still surprisingly whole and complete. Could possibly be done. I think it's certainly the paintwork would ideally be resprayed. Will probably come up to an acceptably patinaed standard with a serious amount of cutting and polishing and mopping, but realistically it's a respray. Probably will come up to a reasonable enough level for everyday use, but certainly never going to win a show. This front section, this front panel, which you can replace, is probably salvageable. Looking at that, it's quite solid, but it does have rust in the bottom left, bottom right, but it appears only to be surface at this stage. Same around the headlights, they appear to be reasonably solid. Can't see any signs of grot in the wings, or apart from all the ivy growing through them. They're solid. Obviously tyres are good for nothing. This is the one. This is the seal that I think is really significantly poor. So I think all in all, probably the vehicle's worth at the moment in current condition, assuming that we have the engine running, vehicle's probably only worth about £400–500, so significantly overpaid on this one. So we need to make this one work. Lesson is, don't buy blind on eBay. This is what you end up with. It's a bit of a shocker, but probably fixable. This door hasn't been open for 10 years and is a bit stiff, but might be able to grease it up and get it going again. See, it's pulling on that door shut there. But all in all, it's there.